Nothing like turning the camera on and leaving, is there? So, I'm a little out of breath because I set this up very spontaneously and then realized I didn't have everything right here that I needed, including my earbuds, which I like to use when I'm on camera because they can help filter out the noise if my computer fan comes on or something. And now I've just realized that I'm not on the right Wi-Fi, so a little bigger. Okay. Anyway, what do I have for you today? So, um, October's a huge month, right? Let me kind of push this out of the way for a second, and I'll get it straight in a minute when we're ready for it. Um, it's the brand new Stampin' Up! Year. Lots of exciting things happen as demonstrators when that happens every October, um, and it's a pre-order period for the products that are coming out in November. And that's important for many reasons, but one of which is, do you remember that Stampin' Up! Announced some changes to the packaging that were coming in that release? So I'm going to show you that. I needed to do some adaptation to the way I store my photopolymer stamps. And so I wanted to share with you something that a fellow demonstrator shared with me in case that might be helpful to you. Also, I wanted to point out that there is a join special this month that is amazing. And I wanted to give you an opportunity to ask me some questions and alleviate some fears that you might have around a join special. What does that even mean? And then I've got some products that I wanted to share with you as well. One of the things that I'm thinking about as I kind of ease into live streams is that right now, the less prep, the better, which means there are fabulous kits introduced every single month. And so I think I'd like to do a live stream and introduce those kits to you. The scrapbooking workshop kits, I thought we could take maybe one Saturday or Sunday and break it into multiple sessions. We did this once before with a kit a few months ago. Uh, and then bring you some projects with products, traditional card projects with current products other times during the month. So that's kind of where we are. Let me see. Let's start with this new packaging, right? Because that was the thing that I wanted to really jump in here and show you today. So bring this back over here, maybe sort of in the right place, and switch the camera down so that's almost in the right place. Okay, so you're familiar with how I store my um, stamp sets and dies now, right? And how I mark them. Like I put this, the SD stands for September to December, the 25 is the year. This represents the catalog period that this stamp set was introduced. If there were dies that coordinated with it, there would be a die here. And then when the product retires, I put an R down here. Then I create this mirror image over on this side, and it's actually on the printout itself, right? And then I put my stamps directly over here. So the new packaging doesn't have a stamp case like this, right? The new packaging is going to look like this, right? So, and it's a little bit bigger, right? I think that it is. So, I should try it in inches if I want to show you inches. So it's not quite 5 3/4 inches wide and about 9 inches, and you can't see the bottom, but about 9 inches tall. So um, different than the die envelopes that we have had until now. But the dies and the stamps are both in this size packaging. And I feel like I need to kind of take us a little bit back. Okay, so but when you open this up, Right, so here's your envelope, and you'll notice I've already put in the OE25 over here on the left, but this is a work in progress. I'd appreciate some feedback from you. Then when you open this up, so this is what you have, what we're used to, right? We're used to having our photopolymer set like this, and you could leave it just like this if you want, but I know for my sake, having this image here has been really helpful for me. And I thought, well, okay, I could do the same thing right here, and I could stamp it here, but then without this top acetate piece, those were just going to stick to this, and that would potentially, I don't know, maybe damage the, the stamps. So that didn't sound like a great solution. So then I thought, well, maybe you just leave it on the outside and you stamp it on something there. Well, I don't know. I didn't come up with any solution that I really liked. But I saw something with another demonstrator that I did really like. So that's what I want to show you today. And that's what I'm going to give a try. So what she has done is used our tear and tape adhesive, right, which I have a blue million of these open, but couldn't find any. So I just grabbed this unopened one, and it needs to be a strong adhesive to do what we're going to do. But you want this side. Just going to do a few strips of this. Maybe here. I've not done this before, so I'm kind of winging it. It's a little long, so we'll go this way. Okay. Yep, it's okay to take that off. Had a moment of indecision there. Then it can be a little tricky to pick this part off. Now I'm going to save that piece of acetate that I just pulled off. We're going to need it in a moment. Just pull all these off. So it's a gorgeous day here, and would be wonderful to be outside, but it's also wonderful to be in my craft room. I have some really exciting things that I'm working on in here today. The cards that need to go out to my prize winners are all made, and they need to get in the mail with their prizes. If you shop the ordering special during the new launch in September, then your awards have been posted. Okay, so now I've got the adhesive there. I'm just going to press this very firmly here. And then I'm going to do what you've probably already guessed I was going to do. Okay, inked up my stamps. I'm just using gray granite. Doesn't matter what you use. And I'm going to flip this down. Make the impression. Now this glossy paper takes a bit to dry, or you can use a heat tool to get it to dry. So now I've got my images very easily legible over there, if you will. I'll just take a chamois and clear off my stamps, wipe off my stamps while I'm up. Okay, you need to be careful unless you want to get everything dirty like I just did. And I guess you could do this the other way. You could stamp it before you adhere it down. It doesn't have to be perfect. I was looking to see if my heat tool was out, and I would just give that a dry. I'll just kind of wave it over here while um, well, I'll just pull this in over here. So the join offer. Okay, I would have loved to have printed this bigger, but I didn't pay attention to how it was going to print. So two choices in October. Maybe it's time to zoom back in. Two choices in October. You can choose $125 worth of products and pay $35 plus tax, or you can choose $189 in products and pay $99 plus tax. There's no shipping on this order. This brings you into the Stampin' Up! Family as a demonstrator. You don't have to demonstrate. You don't have to hold classes. You don't have to wave your arm like a lunatic in the background here. You don't have to do live stream videos. But it's a great way to refresh your stash of products or obtain new products. Remember that pre-order that's going on for demonstrators, those products can actually be added to your selected starter kit. Okay, not quite dry. Um, so this is fabulous, guys, and I've been a demonstrator for 9.5 years now. I joined for the discount. I think most of us do. I ran this as a business for a number of years, earned some trips for my family, and have cut back a bit in the last couple of years when I worked back to work full time. When Harden, my youngest son, was very busy and active, and he needed a driver. So I scaled back, and I used to do live streams at least weekly. I held multiple classes every month and stamped with friends a whole lot more than I have been recently. So anyway, it's the beauty of a direct sales opportunity like this is that it can be whatever you need it to be, and that can change over time as your life changes over time. So, okay, we're going to call this dry enough so that we can move on with the next step here. Now, remember, I knew that this was a possibility, right, um, for storing this. But if I just did this, these stamps were going to get stuck to that glossy paper. It wasn't going to be a long-term solution. But if I place this acetate over the image here, then that would be just like it was, right? So let's take that tear and tape again and tear off some pieces. Okay, I can't see it down there. I need something underneath. All right, this is handy. Let's see if I can see this a little bit better. Um, Many of you offered your thoughts and prayers this Friday as I was recovering from my eye shot. Thank you so much. Um, my eye is typically just sore for a few days, so it's doing fine today. Uh, so I feel like I'm going to be able to craft a little bit, and I'm super excited. So like I said, I've got cards to get out for my prize winners, but I also had a huge success for one of my team members this month. She has promoted in Stampin' Up! To a Silver Elite title, which is a huge accomplishment. So I took her flowers, but didn't get a card made for her yet. So I'm going to try and get that done today. All right, this may be overkill, but it's my first time doing it, so I don't know. Now, and I said before that there's some sort of rule about being on camera that your nose has to run every single dang time. Where did there? I want to pay attention. I don't like to be on live for very long, especially when I'm not really showing you a project. So, what's my time? Okay. I want to show you the gingerbread bundle. We want to take a look at, I do have a bundle with the new packaging that I can show you as well. Then I have the Advent countdown. Thought you might like to see that because I thought that might be a cool thing to do. Open a door every week, starting last week, and go through the week before Christmas. So I'm behind. We might have to open 2 doors. All right, so now I just want the acetate to cover the images. So that will protect the images down, and the stamps, okay, go right back in our envelope, and then we can open it just like this and see what the stamped image would look like. And then this shows you, it's a roadmap, right? So this one is here. This one on the far outside is here. Now, you could also stamp this on, both sides if you felt like that was something, because that's more what you're used to, right? We're used to seeing behind the images as well. So we can play with that a little bit too. But I think this is a great first step. This is what I'm going to try initially. Now, I have a shelf over there that is tall enough to store these upright. As you can see, very thin, right? But with the name of the stamp set here and on the dies, the name of the dies isn't until down here. I kind of feel like I want the name of the dies here, so I may do a label for that. And I might actually even put it not on the envelope, but here. You could put these on a magnetic sheet inside. That would be fine. That would fit. This tape, I don't know about that yet, but anyway, this bundle is called Valentine Kisses, and is it not the most adorable thing ever? So if you're not a demonstrator, you'll be able to order this November 1st, I believe. If you are a demonstrator or you join in October, you can order it right now. And I just love the little Cupid wings, these tiny little birds. This is just adorable, like a little honey pot. Um, I think this is just super sweet. So couldn't resist it. What else? Okay, so let me move on. Do that. The product list I'll be able to share. Actually, I bet I can't share that now. I didn't think about that, but I bet I really can't. So I can show you what I have. I didn't think about it. I wanted to show you the gingerbread bundle that we talked about on my page earlier this week. So this is the stamp set, right? I have not stamped it yet, so this is how it comes. I will stamp over on this paper on this side, but this is these are the dies, and this was the part that I couldn't figure out how to explain. So massive envelope here, and you'll understand why in 3, 2, here we go. So you get 2 gingerbread men, or if you think of a folded card, you get the front and the back in one run here. So super cute. Oh my gosh, yeah. Lots of things to do with those. Thank you, Becky, for pointing out that they could be little superheroes. Thought that was super cute. I think that the grandkids and I will have a grand time playing with gingerbread. Wouldn't it be fun to even put some little gingerbread cookies together, make that into tags? Okay, speaking of tags, nice little segue here. The Nutcrackers, you got a sneak peek of these in the September to December catalog. They are now available for purchase, and these are so cute. So here are the pieces. Here's the kit. This is not a stamping kit. It is all that is done for you. You're just going to assemble. These could be tags themselves, or they could be used on a card. But they're a great size. Look at this. Right, so they are over 5 inch. Well, yeah, just under 5 inches tall. That one. Yeah, just under 5 inches tall. These little nutcrackers. There are. Okay, so there's 3 sheets of those, and 4 sheets of. So we have 4 designs, and you get 3 of each design. Too cute. Okay, so here's all the decorating. Doesn't have to be in English. If you don't want to be in English, you can decorate them in whatever, well, several different languages. I guess not whatever language you choose, but you have some to choose from. The Calm and Bright kit is a card kit. So if you want to make some Christmas cards, but you need to do that maybe more quickly with minimal products. The Calm and Bright kit comes with a Lost Lagoon ink spot, the little stamp set. Merry Christmas, sending joy from our house to yours. All is calm and bright. And then you get some little snowflakes, a tiny little house, star, a little tiny tree. And then these are the cards that you're going to make. So there were 3 kits introduced in October. The Nutcracker tags, the Calm and Bright. Oh, and if you haven't heard, Vellum is going to be back in November. Oh, look at these sweet little dots. Okay, then here's, of course, your block and your white twine. Here are some card pieces, your envelopes. Oh, even decorated on the inside. Gorgeous texture to that. Your card bases. And then these beautiful non-traditional colors. Are you strictly traditional with your Christmas, your holiday celebration? Or do you like some of these non-traditional colors as well? So then we have some laser cut labels. Oh, and these are all frosty, shimmery. That's the word I want. So that's the Calm and Bright kit. The third kit is actually a scrapbooking kit. Oh. Yeah, here's the images for the stamps. You will be able to purchase the envelopes for the new packaging as well. So if you wanted to transfer some of your photopolymer stamps to those, you'll be able to do so. Or you could use them for these kits like this for the stamps, any extra products left over. This is the scrapbooking kit. And it's called Remembering Christmas, I think. Yes, Remembering Christmas kit. I loved doing little albums, specialty albums like this. So a non-stamping kit here as well. You get some of that tear and tape and some, looks like cherry cobbler twine. Then you have some pages, some pockets. Oh, have fun. Okay, these are stickers, some pockets. Looks like more stickers. So an alphabet, numbers, some journaling boxes, ideas. So this is a pre-cut. These are stickers, more pockets. Oh, lots of greetings. Oh, look at this foil. So can you tell this is an alpha and some symbols. I don't see numbers. Some more journaling. These are stickers. Guys, there's so much in here. Um, add some, broaden your horizons and add some different languages. Some more of this green alpha foil. These are stickers. And then here is the book with this ginormous E. If you need that. Okay, so you're going to slide. Okay. So this is going to open like this. So I'm just guessing here, not looking at the instructions, but I've had a planner that looked a bit like this before. So you would slide this in, decorate it. It would open out like this, perhaps. And then this will hold it closed. You could decorate the outside with the year or the name. Super fun. And here is the instruction kit, which you can follow as closely or as loosely as you would like. Oh, look at this tree. See, this is going to be very fun. Yeah. Okay. Those are the 3 kits. Now I'm going to jump over and show you the Advent box, and let's open a door or 2. And then I need to make some projects to show you with that too. It is available while supplies last. Still available, last I heard. So, comes with this stamp set, right? And as you can see, so even though the box is pretty holiday oriented, the stamp set is not at all. Um, Lots of things here. These butterflies, butterflies are adorable. Um, it's a photopolymer set, you can see, and it's actually a double, right? So, and when you open it, there are 12 doors. Okay, I'd be lying if I didn't tell you I had peeked at most of this, but here's door number 1. I'm going to open them with you, but I'm going to try and do it gingerly because we might, want to use this for another purpose later, right? You could fill these up for treats. You could let people choose their door for some sort of prize. But let's see, since I know we're a week behind, we need to open number 1 and number 2. So behind door number 1, we have dies that coordinate with the stamp set. So let's get that stamp set back out. And yeah, I'm not doing these true to size here. Here's the butterfly. Oh, not, let's not be that butterfly. Here's some detail for one of these flowers. Oh, look at that adorable rainbow and some greenery. Too fun. That little square, that's adorable. That's going to be too fun. Okay, so dies for door number 1. How would you use this? Do you use an advent calendar countdown at Christmas? That's not really what this is. I mean, there are 13 doors. It's a calendar of such. I'm going to put that in there since it coordinates. Now let's see, door number 2 is way over here. And so next week, we'll open another door and I will have some projects to show you. And if you want to purchase, if you haven't purchased this and you'd like to, then we can craft together. If you're spending some time in your craft room today and you'd be interested in a Zoom session, hey, give me a shout. We can make that happen. Oh, look, guys. We have some beautiful patterned paper. So 6 by 6. So it's single-sided. I've got 2 sheets. So you don't have to choose which side to use. 2 sheets of each pattern. That looks like soft seafoam. Oh, these beautiful blues. Some pinks. Oh, that's gorgeous. More florals. Some greenery. Oh, look at that. That looks like, yeah. So year-round crafting, guys. This is not just for Christmas. Okay, that's everything that I wanted to share with you today. It probably took a little bit longer than I wanted it to. I'm rusty, still getting back in the swing of things, but I'm going to be up here for a little while. So if you'd like to join me in craft today, yeah, give me a comment, give me a shout, and I'll set up a Zoom and we can hang out and talk about everything that's going on. My family had some big news this week. I'm not quite ready to drop that yet, but I will soon. I need kind of a green light. And it's not news about Harden. We still don't know. It's too early to know where he's going to school. He's working on applications. So I'm going to clean off my desk. If you want to Zoom, give me a shout and I'll set that up. And I'll be back next week with more of the Advent countdown and who knows what else. All right. If you've got ideas that would, for the storing, the new stamp organization, I'd love to hear them because I'm definitely a work in progress. But I do really like the way, I think it was Sherry is the name of the demonstrator that shared that. So anyway, let me know your thoughts and I hope that we can stamp together very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.